Hello there, this is Big Benedict. We're playing Metal Gear Rising Revengeance on Revengeance difficulty, and this is Jetstream Sam's campaign. We're on parts 4 of 7 of the guide, and this is the Metal Gear Ray modded fight. So the best thing to do on this guy, you can parry that attack. You can also parry his little chin attack that he does. Although I've never been able to perfect parry it on the first one. I think it's a sequence of parries that you have to get correct to do it, but don't just assume that what I'm saying is the gospel truth all the time, although I try to be as painstakingly accurate as I possibly can on these guides. But the main thing to do, you might as well get used to it here, is taunting and then charging. The charge doesn't last very long, but it is something that you can do, and it does double damage, so it's the best thing to do. Sadly, there are no ways to cancel out of the taunt. Once you start taunting, he's going to bring up his arms and tease the enemy like it's meant to be. So if you want to, you can slash, but Sam doesn't have a fast barrage of slashes, so it's best to just have the lock on and charge after you taunt, and just keep repeating and keep hitting the legs. Then when you get the Zandatsu prompt, you can take as many hits as you want while you're in the air, but it will have the same hit damage as doing a single strike. So that's what you see me do, just a single strike in the air. And this was one of those fights where I had him at about 98% of his life off for at least a full minute until I was able to take him down. And those are usually the most aggravating fights. But I have cleared Armstrong now, so the guide is all complete. He's a fucking pig's bitch is what he is. Overpowered, spam happy piece of shit. But it didn't take me longer than, it was about 30 minutes. I put the bitch to bed, and he's all there in this nice little bed of shit, because that's what he is when you boil it down. And it took no skill, and don't think that I'm good because I beat him. I'm just lucky. So this fight, yeah, he's gonna throw those rockets down, and you've got a roll. You've got the backflip in this game, so it's the same thing as Raiden's move. Although I think it has fewer iframes, so that's another one of the issues with Sam, and as far as his campaign being more challenging. But that's not bad at all. It's just that with everything pared down to its essential pieces, for me the campaign wasn't. It had none of the glamour that the original campaign had, and twice the amount of frustration. So here we are. We've got most of his life off, and we're just hitting legs indiscriminately. Whichever one we happen to be nearest to, that's what we're gonna do. And when he stomps his foot down, you can parry that too. I've done that a couple of times. So just take your slash and come down to the ground. There he is at 4. I think if a boss is that low, it should just end. But I know the reason why it can't. But it just seems, I mean, especially if it's less than 1%, just have the player just give the player his victory. Because I got that way a couple of times on Armstrong when I knew I had the first phase. I knew I had to get him down to 50, and you know, I got him down to like 54, 52, and then he killed me a couple of times. It's pretty sad, and it worked both ways. So when he drops like that, Sam gets stun locked from the fall. The repercussions of the fall is too bad about that too, because you earn your parry, the guy falls. But this is one of the better boss fights in the game. I think it is the best fight in the game. It's got great music. It's got the same music from the original campaign, and I love that music. But I always enjoyed this fight, and I enjoy the other fight too that we did with Blade Wolf. I didn't enjoy it when I was really struggling and he was kicking my ass so many times. But I did enjoy learning the parry opportunities and just getting better. I mean, the guy is hard on hard difficulty, so you can imagine how hard the Senator is. But no skill is required, just a modicum of luck. And it's not hard to get the luck. I mean, you just gotta wait for him to pacify a little bit and know when and when not to do the charge. And that's it. I will see you in the next part. Take care.